Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Enough channel. In this video we're going to review round 11 of the NRL Fantasy for 2024 season. And so I guess a good week for us compared to some of our other weeks. A 985, so didn't quite get to the 1,000, which was a bit flat. But I mean, we were top 7,000 or thereabouts for the round and got back up inside the top 20k, so that's progress as far as I'm concerned. So if we have a look at the team, we had Harry Grant with the 66, which was really good from him. Our middles sort of struggled a bit, so Willison with a 32, Cotter with a 31, and then Curran with a 51, sort of saving us there. Our edges, 49, 48 from Crichton and Blore respectively, is solid. KO Weeks with a 64, including well, not a try, but definitely a line break. I forgot how quick he was until he took off there against the Dogs and saw him live. But yeah, he's got some toe about him. Nico Hines is our captain with 70, was probably the second best option. Probably wouldn't have picked Armstrong, if we're being honest, for a number one pick. Ero and Kiraz, 47, 62, some great outputs from our centres. And then our back three, Edwards and Drinkwater, the two trade-ins. 62 is great from Edwards. 46 is fine from Drinkwater. And then 87, obviously, from Armstrong. And then on the bench, we had Brayley with 56, Galvin with the 63, Talangi with a 39, which sort of seems a bit flat given he was about 100 in Supercoach. Failunga with a 42. And I guess you look at our bench as well, they were the right picks. Sam Hughes with a 38. Could have had him on field, I suppose. But Bostock and Fini Fuiaki just, ticking along. We've got them to cover the next couple of weeks. So, head-to-head matchup. Haven't had a look at this yet, if I'm being honest. But we've snuck in over what could possibly go wrong. So, very close one there. So, we got a few points up on hooker with Robson. And I guess Curran out pointing for Noah Blake, which I guess we wouldn't have expected. Kai Pearce-Paul snuck ahead of Sean Blore. So must be, must be the bench where he scored a few points because even, Weeks just outscored Dylan Brown. Aitken was outscored by Kiraz, but he had Kiraz at wing fullback, but matches with Edwards. So Ruben Garrick with a 77 is probably where he made up a bit of ground on, say, Drinkwater with a 46. And then the bench, so Galvin, Weeks, Strange with a 45 as well. Fainu with a 32 maybe was the slightly down on, a 42 or a 39 if you match up the players. So, yeah, so super strong week from you, Eric. Just unfortunate that I got slightly ahead there. But if we go to all the fixtures, we'll see if we got any thousands. We did 1,007 for best ping across the land, and Mamke Mania with 1,009. Well, I don't think we've had Mamke Mania on the channel too much, so I missed out on Tohu as well. So Captain Fafita, which is nice. Hines and Galvin. Hopgood with 68's awesome to have as well. Ruben Garrett crushing it. So, yeah, nice. Like, pretty much no one on his team really flopped. Cotter at 31 is probably the worst. So, yeah, great job. Zuriel. We'll have a quick look at best ping across the land as well. So, Damien Cook with the 64. That's a good return. Captain Tio. Pretty solid captaincy choice there. Yep, Hines and Galvin. Nanai with 53. Cam McInnes at 52. Yep, nice back three. Nickel Clockstar with 53 playing at 5'8", so that's interesting that he scored well even in the front line. Played Jacob Gagai, which is a bit of a interesting call, but I mean Atkinson and Finn Fuaki wouldn't have scored too many more points, so that's fine, I think. Nice work, Braden. So in terms of trades this week, pretty comfortable with the team. I guess doing a little quick think about round 13 and 14 to a lesser extent, but definitely 13. I've got Brayley to cover Grant. Um, Wilson and Cotter will probably be out. Cotter obviously playing for Queensland. So I've got Hughes to cover Wilson, but I probably need to, do something about Cotter and can probably trade him this week to do that. Crichton and Blore should play unless Crichton, gets the Origin nod given his form. But I do have Finny Filiaki to cover, which is okay. So Weeks and Hines looks like he's a shoe in for Origin now, but I've got Galvin. I know Galvin's on the bye, so I might be missing a half. I might need another half. Don't know what to do about SJ. So we're probably shopping for a mid and a half around 13. Centers, Iro, Kiros are both fine. Edwards, Drinkwater, Armstrong should all be good for round 13. So we do have Bostock, might actually be surplus to requirements at the moment. We've held him all this time, and because we've got Fa'alongo, we've got Talangi, who can cover the centres, and we can shuffle Kiraz. So I'm thinking it might be Bostock for a half and Cotter for a middle. So if we go to trades, so Cotter out, find a middle that we can replace him with. So Isaiah Yo plays Origin. I think Hopgood plays Origin too. Would love to get him in, but we need someone that can play around 13. Carrigan Haas play Origin, but have the bye anyway. Fanua Blake and Harris both have the bye. So the highest averaging player is Connor Watson. I mean, he's playing a pretty interesting role where he seems to play hooker and lock and playing decent minutes. So he's one we could consider, but at 780, I think he's pretty highly priced. McInnes, I think, might play Origin, so I'd wait a week if I was going to bring him in. Bellin, I think the Dragons do cover the next two, so he is an option. Rudy Kamani doesn't play 13. Max King, we've already got, three Bulldogs players, two in the middle, so maybe that's a bit rich going there. Joe Tarpany plays 13 but not 14. Max Plath should be back this week and actually covers both positions, but obviously we would need one or the other. Adam Elliott, is probably one I'm interested in, but on the buy this week, so he definitely is a trade in for next week. So, I mean, after that, we're getting into the sort of very middling type players like Hazleton can't keep scoring tries, surely. Um, After that, not too interested on any of these guys, I don't think. Nothing jumps out. Yeah, not that keen on any of them. So Scott Sorensen maybe playing middle and edge. Do we take a punt on someone like Scotty Sorensen? Maybe. Again, we can probably wait another week on that. Do we even make a trade? Do we just sit on our hands for a week? We've only got 14 left, so it might make more sense to just wait till we see what we've got next week and go from there. But it looks like we're going to need a middle and a half, is what I'm tipping. So, yeah, I mean, we could probably just leave it. Um, and, yeah, I mean, in terms of this week, it's probably not going to change too much, really. Just shuffle it around based on who plays first, who plays late in the round. But Sharks Penrith, that's another tough one for Hines, but he seems matchup proof, really. Um, maybe not Dylan Edwards as VC. It might be like a Harry Grant against Manly on Friday night. Something like that. So, yeah, we might just leave it there. Um, as always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Um, Give us a like, obviously, if you enjoy the NRL fantasy stuff. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.